Hey everyone, and welcome back to Octo Plays Dark Souls 3. Today we are going to handle Anor Londo. And it's definitely Anor Londo, because the game told you, but is it the same Anor Londo as in Dark Souls 1? Like, is it around the same time as Anor Londo in Dark Souls 1, or has anything changed? Well, there's less guards here now, obviously. I mean, we are torn into a different area. So we don't know if Irithiel became, like, was at the bottom of Anor Londo, because, like, usually the what's it called? Like the giant church right here with the painting, and we never went below Anor Londo, so we don't know if that was actually the city, if Irithiel was always there. Also, that, I believe, right over there is the Cathedral of the Deep. So if we were over there, we probably actually could have seen this. I've never really looked. But there's some cool stuff here. And some sad stuff. Like our dead giant friend from Dark Souls 1. Giant blacksmith, he's dead. It's sad. We'll give that coal to Andre, and we'll get some unique dialogue, which will be nice. But let's continue up into Anor Londo. And do you guys remember who we fought in Anor Londo? In Dark Souls 1, we fought Ornstein and Smo, right where the fog wall is. So, look forward to something equally as hard. Even though I think this fight is actually a little harder than Ornstein and Smo. I never really had that many issues. Once I learned how to do Ornstein and Smo, I never really had any issues with them. But this guy I always have issues with, or I typically have issues with. I typically also have issues with Pontiff, and that one's surprisingly smooth, so hopefully I can repeat that. Maybe this sword's just, like, really, really good and way better than I thought it is. Okay. Or maybe I'm just better at the game than I thought I was. So let's go through here. Oh, man. Aldrich, Devourer of the Gods. And he kind of looks like Gwendolyn, which is odd. Okay. Could you just stop killing me with magic for a minute, please? So, and as you can probably tell, hopefully the music's not too loud. As you can tell, this is a remix version of Gwendolyn's theme. Also, that's the Moonlight Butterfly's theme from Dark Souls 1. So, I don't know why they shared that. They probably just needed a song. And Moonlight Butterfly kind of... They either needed a song for Moonlight Butterfly or for Gwendolyn, and they kind of fit them both. Oop. So yeah, this is an updated, remixed version of the Moonlight Butterfly / Gwendolyn theme. And so Aldrich is actually the little black jello underneath Gwendolyn, and we know from lore that Pontiff locked Gwendolyn in a room with Aldrich, and let Aldrich just kill him and eat him. So he's in mid-devouring of Gwendolyn, and that's why he only has some of his powers. Like, he has the arrow strike and some of the magic and stuff like that, but he's obviously not quite as powerful as Gwendolyn. Like, he can't really teleport. He can teleport, like, with deep magic, but he can't teleport like Gwendolyn and stuff like that. So we're now in phase 2. He is an Heir of Fire, so or a Lord of Cinder, I should say. So he does glow with fire, as they all do. And this fight's going pretty decently so far, but it's the second phase I usually struggle with. Sometimes I just get clipped by stuff like that I don't see coming, because you're running away from his stupid arrow strike, and you get clipped by magic. I don't really like this fight. I think it's also kind of cheesy and not fun, but some people like it. I know Mefuki likes it, so... And I know, I believe my fiance likes it as well, so... You know, to each their own. It's not for me. I'm more into straight duels, where someone's not cheating by using magic in arrows that spawn infinitely from heaven. But, you know, whatever. It's going pretty well so far. I'm scared I'm gonna get clipped by magic. Because, you know, that's just what he does. I hate these little soul don't even know what they'd be called. What's the little soul arrow called? Soul stream something else. Well, I'm definitely gonna kill Aldrich here, which is nice. There we go. Look at that. Soul dart. That's what they're called. Little soul darts. That's Soul of Aldrich and Cinders of the Lord. Cinders of a Lord.
Unkindled one. The fire fades and awaits its one last lord. Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Tell him what he must be, a lord.
Alright, well, we just got the Basin of Vows. That is a key item. Place the basin of the statue of the Beheading Night, chalice of the old ceremony in which Lothric knights take their vows. It is only a formality now, but it remains as an empty practice. So, well, this is the Beheading Night, right here. And, you know, what's better than going from one boss fight? You know, the only thing better is to go from boss to boss. So, probably should have gone back to Firelink Shrine, but I did this the other day, because if you come here and you kill Emma first, you, this is from, like, really early when the game was first announced, we knew we fought the dancer in this room. Now, when the game came out, everyone was like, oh, I guess you don't fight her in this room because Emma's here. If you kill Emma, or you wait till you kill both Yorm and Aldrich, you have to kill 3 Lords of Cinder to only leave one left for Emma to summon you here. But if you kill Emma, you fight the dancer of the Boreal Valley. So, I did this the other day with a +3 Claymore. So let's see if I can do this now with a +4 Curved Sword. And, she does some pretty decent damage. My damage isn't awful. This is about what I was doing with the Claymore. Well, I didn't get grabbed either. Shaboom! Super cool. Lots of damage, though. It's gonna be real... I'm dead. I did it. Guys, I did it. I'm really bad at video games. Okay. I just cut out a lot of loading screens. Just because that took a long time to load back to Anor Londo and back to here. So, hopefully I didn't forget to edit those out. Because if I did, there'd be, like, 45 seconds of just pure silence. So, we're back here. Okay, sweet, sweet. Just take damage before the fight. That's what I need. It's perfect. It's exactly what I need. How many embers do I have? 20. I'll more than likely use one as the first bit of healing. Because, well, first things first, need to get that. Need to get 138,000 souls, you know? Yeah, no, I don't really want to lose that bad boy. So usually I don't have very many issues with the dancer. I got, like, just destroyed rather quickly, just a second ago, and kind of right now as well. So, let's see if I can just pop an ember. There we go. Very, Dark Souls 1 healing system with the Estus and basically the humanity. So the dancer isn't actually all that bad. You just got to be very careful. You obviously need to attack her in the butt. That's like 3/4 of all Dark Souls bosses. She pulls out another sword here, and when she pulls out the other sword, she kind of goes like spin happy. So you just want to stick kind of here. You don't even have to block, but it's just nice to. And then she ends with doing that spin. And you basically just want to stay really close to her, because the closer you stay, she has a lot of attacks that, except this one, this is pierces with dark damage. She has a lot of attacks that will actually swing over you if you're very close to her. So if you stay like at her left or right thigh, a lot of her attacks will just go right over you. And sometimes they won't. Sometimes she'll have a quick turnaround like that. But like this one, you can usually just roll through and you stay on her thigh. Just keep smacking her. And this is the dark one. There's not much you can do. It just does that. And you can go in and punish her for it. Dancer's not really that bad. I got her on the second try, the first time I went through the game. As you see right here, like a lot of her spins, you just stay on her thigh and you're fine. It's just the ones where she's so flowy that her legs kind of don't always make sense with how they're supposed to act. There's Dancer right there. So she kind of gets away from you, so you just gotta be careful. I got her the second try when I first played through this game, Soul the Dancer, and I believe we can now, because we have killed 2 bosses back-to-back, we can now do some lore and go back to Firelink Shrine and level up and see what Aldrich gives us and what the Dancer gives us. Because the Dancer gives us some pretty cool stuff. And if they upgrade with Titanite scales, I might actually use them. If it's Twinkling Titanite, I've screwed myself, but we'll see. Okay, so first things first, let's read their soul. So, Soul of Pontiff Sullivan. Pontiff Sullivan of Irithyll imprisoned a god of older royalty in an abandoned cathedral to be fed to the Devourers. Yeah, so that's right there, saying that he was eating Gwendolyn. And then Soul the Dancer, Pontiff Sullivan bestowed a double-slashing sword upon a distant daughter of the former royal family, ordering her to serve first as a dancer and then as an outrider knight, the equivalent to exile. And the Soul of Aldrich. When Aldrich ruminated on the fading of the fire, it inspired visions of a coming age of a deep sea. He knew the path would become arduous, but he had no fear. He would devour the gods himself. So, that's those guys. And let's go ahead and see what they can give us. So, Dancer can give us Soothing Sunlight. Pretty decent miracle. Aldrich can give us a Life Hunt Scythe. He actually didn't do this in his fight, but he can do like a spin attack with a scythe and steal HP back from you. Then Pontiff can give you his Profaned Greatsword and his Greatsword of Judgment. Let's actually read some of these. Special miracle granted to the maidens of the Princess of Sunlight. Restored a large amount of HP for self and those in general area. The miracles of Guinevere, the princess cherished by all, bestowed their blessing on a great many warriors. Miracle of Aldrich, Devourer of Gods. Steals HP of foes using an illusory scythe. Aldrich dreamt as he slowly devoured the god of the dark moon. In his dream, he perceived the form of a young, pale girl in hiding. And then the Great Sword of Judgment. Ceremonial sword held in Pontiff Sullivan's left hand, representing the judgment of the moon, but with the magic far closer to sorcery than any existing lunar power. Its dark blue hues, deeper than the darkest moon, reflect Sorcerer Sullivan's true nature. And the Stance of Judgment, or skill Stance of Judgment, is assume a stance to unleash dark magic, use normal attack to do a lunging thrust, and strong attack to do emit a side sweeping wave. We saw this in the PvP when I died. And then the Profaned Greatsword, a Sumerial sword held in Pontiff Sullivan's right hand, representing the Profaned Flame. Long ago, when Sullivan was a young sorcerer, he discovered the Profane Capital in an unfading flame below a distant tundra of Irithyll. A burning ambition took root within him. Skill, Profaned Flame. Temporary summon a Profaned Flame, lunge forward, use a strong attack to enshroud the blade in flame. And the Dancer's Enchanted Swords. Paired enchanted swords that Pontiff Sullivan bestowed on the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. These blades, symbolic of the Dancer's vows, are enchanted by dark magic in the right hand and fire in the left hand, mirroring the Pontiff. And then Dancer's Grace is the skill. Unleash a fury of both blades in a dancing spin motion and use a strong attack to continue the performance until stamina is exhausted. So we're actually going to... Do I need... Oh. You know what? I can actually get that faith. So I'm going to do that. And we might use it a little bit. What is my faith? My faith is 8. So I really only need to get my faith up by 1. So that's perfect. Just do that. right now. Let's actually get it to 10, just so we get a little bit of scaling with it. Let's do this by 2, this by 2, this by 3. There we go, that looks good. Now, other things, we're going to sell the rest of those souls, because we don't need the other stuff. So we can also give the excrement-covered ashes, and the Easterner's ashes. And now we can buy large Titanite shards, which is nice. So let's go ahead and sell these souls. And I believe we can buy the Dancer's set. We can't right now, but we could. Oh yeah, we can right now. Crown of the Dance, worn by the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. A mirage-like aura veil is said to be an article of the old gods, permitted only for direct descendants of the old royal family. Black Eyes of Pontiff eventually transform the Dancer into a beastly creature, her armor fusing with her own hide. And then the Black Eyes of Pontiff eventually... Okay, so the same thing, and then same thing here. And we can also get Smo's stuff, so grotesque armor associated with Smo, the last knight to stand in defense of the ruined cathedral. Boasts extremely high defense and can be great and can be donned by humans, but not without great difficulty. Same thing with all of his stuff. So that's cool. So let's go ahead. I don't think there's actually anything we need to buy. Phone, shut up. There's nothing we need to buy, so we can just go ahead. You know, let's see what type of upgrade materials the sword uses. I mean, worst case scenario, we just lose one, two upgrades, which is fine. Let's give the Giant's Coal and see what he has to say.
My, the coal of that peaceable giant. Seems like ages passed. I imagine his passing was long ago. I miss the old bugger, I do. My thanks. I'll be sure this coal is put to good use. I'll be smithing weapons never afore seen by the likes of ye. It's but a small service to pay my humble respects.
All right. So let's... What is this? It is the Titanite scale. Perfect. So why not just go crazy? Oh. Maybe that's why. Okay, so let's actually... I would like to see, because I can probably wear both of them at the same time. Yeah, I can. So, this is doing... Okay, so this is doing 134 physical, and 110 magic, and 113 fire. Okay, and this is just doing 200. Yeah, so this is technically doing more damage, but it's fire and dark, so hopefully... So this is the right bumper, and then this is that's the right trigger. And this is the L ones. So it's very nice, very flowy. And then the weapon art is also very nice. This is the weapon art, and I can keep this going with the right trigger until my stamina's gone, just like the Dancer could. Which is really, really cool. And then it ends with that. So, yeah, that's rad. So I'm going to see what kind of damage that can do. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time when, believe it or not, we handle another boss.